Hi guys, good morning, good evening, wherever, whenever you're watching this. I am glad to see you again. I initially wanted to make a very cute video where I was like sitting by a tree or something, but that wasn't very possible if I wanted to post this video within this week because unless I wake up at like 5 a.m. tomorrow, I can't do that before class. Which, even if I did wake up at 5 a.m., I'd still be inside my room speaking to you guys because it's dark at 5 a.m. now that summer is over. This week was very cold, or at least it was like yesterday. It was raining the whole day, and I'm not even exaggerating. It was raining from the second I woke up to the moment I laid down in my bed and looked out my window. It was raining. I'm not complaining though, I do love rain, but it was a very sudden change. However, the weather is very nice. My bangs are at a very annoying length right now, so that looks a little better. I do apologize that I'm literally in my pajamas, I just took a shower, but a video is a video. If I wanted to post this and get it out to you guys as soon as I can, then this is the state that we're gonna have to film the video in. However, I will be adding B-rolls. They will be played throughout this video of things I've just filmed myself or like whatever, so that you guys don't get too bored. That's enough talking about me. Today we will be talking about something that I've always wondered, like it's like this weird phenomenon where as if now that we're older, or at least that I am, and like those around me are, and we are now learning to be more independent and such, that time feels like it's flying very fast, and before you know it, it's a new year. I like to read articles or essays when I'm on the train because it feels more fulfilling than scrolling most of the time. Sometimes I do scroll. I guess it depends on the day. But I was reading this article written by Yana Yuhai. I will link it in the description. All credit goes to her for today's topic, or them, or he, what would I know? But it's titled Why Time Felt Slower When We Were Kids and How to Get It Back. I found this article interesting. There are some things I have already heard before, some topics that I've already seen like on TikTok, but nevertheless, it was very interesting. One thing that I have already been aware of is the fact that the reason that time felt like it was slower when we were kids and the world just looked like a different place was because we were present. I did see like a real picture about due to climate change, the world just looks less colorful now, which is very sad because the world just looked so bright when I was younger. And I thought that was just because I was a kid, but in fact, the world is changing. So I'll read you the first paragraph of this essay. Here we go. I've been noticing a trend on social media, nostalgia core. Hazy, sun-drenched photos of childhood bedrooms, the glow of a boxy TV playing Cartoon Network, the pixelated interface of an old computer game. There's always ambient music humming softly in the background, something melancholic, like a lo-fi remix of a Nintendo soundtrack. The captions are variations of the same aching sentiment. Nothing will ever feel like this again. Or, I wish I could go back. And in the comments, thousands of people with the same collective grief. This makes me cry. I miss this so much. Why does everything feel so different now? There's something so profound about this, about the way generations seem to be mourning not just their childhoods, but something deeper, something harder to name. It isn't just youth we miss, it's something about the way the world felt. Time stretched differently back then. Days were long, summers endless, and waiting for a birthday felt like an eternity. But now, we blink and it's 2025. Speaking of which, I blinked and it was 2025 and I graduated high school and I'm going to university and I'm 18 and I'm no longer a kid, so on and so forth. Continuing, it's tempting to romanticize childhood, to believe that life was once more vibrant simply because we were young. But the truth is, we weren't just young, we were present. Our attention was sharper, our awareness wider, the world was unfamiliar, and our brains hungry for understanding, devoured every detail. And here's the part which I found very interesting. I will sum it up for you guys because I don't want this to be too wordy, but basically, what was explained in this essay was that there's actually science behind this. And the reason that we feel as if time is passing faster is not simply because we grew up, which I guess maybe it comes with growing up with the responsibilities that we have and not being amazed by things anymore, but because when we were children, we saw everything for the first time. Okay, pause. My sister came back home. Okay, she got in the shower. So let's resume. But look at my dogs, they're so cute. Oh, look at them sleeping. Anyways, I must lock in. My phone is at 4% right now, and I want to finish filming this right now. I think I was talking about how back when we were kids, we experienced things for the first time ever, and then we would be amazed by those things. As I was trying to give the example of someone frying an egg, that's very ordinary, extremely mundane. But when you see it for the first time, when you crack an egg, something that is of clear substance and it turns white, how astounding is that? And that's one of the reasons why time felt as if it was running slower when we were children. Another thing that goes into this, or a way to expand time again, is to interrupt autopilot. When you catch yourself lost in habit, pause. Notice what you hear, or what colors are around you, what does the air smell like. And I feel like I have heard about this before when I was also probably watching TikTok or Instagram Reels, but it was this cultural importance in Japan of being present when you eat, truly tasting every grain of rice that you eat and every bite of food that goes into your mouth. And that shows true appreciation for the dish and for whoever cooked it. So I feel like that would be a good way to be more present and possibly get the time back that you feel like has been taken away from you. So let's talk neuroscience, which I have no professional business in knowing, but I do watch videos about neuroscience. I read articles about neuroscience. I think it's a very interesting topic, and I think if I know a little bit about it, I can tell you a little bit about it. But don't believe everything I say. I might be wrong, because this is just stuff I got off the internet. Take everything with a grain of salt. So here is the neuroscience of presence, or how to feel more alive. Let me read this paragraph for you once again. At the core of this practice is something deeply physiological. Presence activates the insula, a part of the brain responsible for bodily awareness and sensory perception. When we are fully engaged, when we slow down enough to actually be where we are, this part of the brain lights up. Mindfulness, at its core, isn't about silence or emptying the mind. It's about returning to the body, to sensation, to the moment. It's about experience life rather than spectating. You don't miss childhood, you miss presence. The magic of childhood wasn't in being young, it was in how present we were. Time felt slow because we were there for it. We looked closely, felt deeply, and lived inside our experiences rather than outside of them. The good news, you don't need to go back in time to reclaim this. You only need to start paying attention again, because when you do, time stretches. Days regain their texture. Life once again feels like something you're living. So that's about what I took away from this essay. But the reason I did want to talk about this was because, especially now that I'm growing older, I'm still pretty young, but you know what they say. But as a university student now, I just feel like a robot. I'm stuck in this constant cycle of go to class, homework, go to class, homework, go to class, homework, sleep, 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 work. Same cycle again and again. Every time I think I'm done with homework, I get assigned more. And I think because of that, I haven't been able to be as present as I wish I can. I'm just always thinking about, oh, what do I have to do now? When is this due? I have to study this because I didn't understand it in class. So, yeah, I think that the education system can be improved in so many ways, but that's a topic for another day. I can't be the only one who feels like a robot at this point. I want to get out of this constant cycle I'm in that I do not enjoy. So these will be things that I will try to practice. When you're so busy like this, you don't notice the beauty in the things around you. It's always, let me get to class as fast as I can, instead of taking your time to really take in what's around you, how beautiful the campus is. But that's not to say that I haven't done that. I really do like my campus a lot. It's very beautiful. But just the thought of school while I'm on campus is not the best sometimes. I mean, it's not your fault you're like this either. This is how the system is built. I think that's all I have to say for today. My phone is about to die, so good night or have a good day. So, yeah, thanks for watching. I just heard someone stepping. I don't want anyone to hear me or catch me filming. Not that I care, but okay, I don't care.